following Shakur Stevenson's domination of Teofimo Lopez, he then called out Conor Benn, and Conor Benn went into the ring and they had a little back and forth there. And honestly, if that fight got made, it would be a bit of a weird one because, of course, it would mean Shakur would have to move up at least one weight division to 147. I think that's what they're talking about, that fight taking place at 147. Of course, Conor Benn's last fight was at 160. It would be probably a very tough cut for him to make 147 again, in my opinion. And guys going down in weight classes, going down 2 weight classes as well at once is not, historically, never been a great sort of game plan, right? And then Shakur would have to fight a weight class that he's never fought at before. But if we're looking purely at a boxing perspective, then Shakur has every advantage in the book against Conor Benn, apart from the physical ones. And Shakur's shown on so many occasions that he is a good enough boxer to make those sorts of physical factors a non-factor, right? Conor Benn may be more explosive. It's not going to matter because he's not going to land. He may be more powerful. Again, it's not going to matter because he's not going to land. He may be more aggressive. It's not going to matter because he's not going to land on Shakur, right? So, but it takes a special kind of boxer to make that a non-factor, you know? Because that fight, I can imagine for 12 rounds, it will just be Conor Benn chasing Shakur and being made to look stupid. And after the fight, Conor Benn will say, yeah, he was running, whatever. You were getting outboxed, bro. And Shakur would outbox Conor Benn for every single round because ultimately, Teofimo Lopez is a better boxer than Conor Benn, right? But I guess styles make fights. But then again, Conor Benn is nowhere near as active as Zepeda. In terms of punch output, he cannot hold a light to Zepeda. Conor Benn can corner you, maybe throw a few combos, but if he doesn't knock you out, then he's not really going to have any chance against Shakur. And Shakur's going to know that Conor Benn's going to be looking to pin him down and get those combos, and that's why he's not going to let him do it. If that fight happens, expect for 12 rounds, Shakur is never going to be a stationary target for Conor Benn. And Conor Benn's not a good enough boxer to be able to track him down. He's not. He beat Chris Eubank. I mean, he got outboxed in the first fight by Chris Eubank Jr. Then in the rematch, he only beat Chris Eubank Jr. because Chris Eubank Jr. had next to no punch output. And it was easy to outwork him because he was basically not throwing anything. But against a live opponent, and not just a live opponent, a generational talent in Shakur Stevenson. A guy who's a 4-weight world champion at this point. And will be fighting at his 5th weight division if he fought Conor Benn at 147. And again, Conor Benn's not a guy who's even sniffed a world title shot at any weight division he's been at 147 or 154. Not even sniffed a title shot against the guy who's already a 4-weight world champion. There's no way that I see Conor Benn winning that fight. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you think that fight could get made? And if it does, how do you think it goes? Another episode of the Seth Solo Side Quest in the bag, and I'm out. Peace.